Hey everyone, welcome to the Live Well, Love Strong podcast. I am so excited for my two guests today. I have Tammy and Teri, and they are mamas and also business owners. And they opened up a business that very much helps our kids and supports our kids in a way that I hadn't seen before. And so I'm so excited to have them on the podcast this morning. Tammy and Teri, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies. Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you. For listeners and for me, y'all, I'm just meeting them. Can you describe a little bit about who you are? So, like maybe beyond parents and business owners, but who are you, ladies? What is y'all's story?
You could go. Yeah, so I have a big heart. My story is I've been a special ed teacher for 34 years. I have a lot of patience. I'm very caring and I tend to be drawn to the kids that need the most support,
Yeah,
and the ones that are out there struggling that nobody sees.
love it, love it, love it, love it, Terry. Okay, and Tammy?
Uh, I would describe us both. So Terry's retired after 34 years, like,
Yeah.
and that's why we decided to buy Special Strong, which we'll get to. But I would describe us both as servant leaders.
Well, oh my God, I love that.
I think
Yeah.
that's a great way to describe both of us. We are, empathetic, compassionate. We are always looking to uh, support others, to build up others. And it's just in our nature. And I think being a parent of a child with a disability just has flourished right in that.
Right. It sharpens that skill set
It
even
does. It
more.
does. It sharpens it.
Yeah.
Another friend of ours we were talking to this morning described us as altruistic. So
Wow. I love that. You guys, I mean, ladies, we need 800 million more of y'all in this world. Someone who would describe themselves as a servant heart is, we need, I mean, y'all know that. We need
but I have
more,
to
more, 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 more. So,
I have to
share
tell
a
you though
little,
that was a hard question for us though, because you said beside parents and business owners, right? Because that's what we
right?
live and do.
That's how we label ourselves.
That's
Right.
how we label ourselves. And so that question was hard for me. I had to really
Yeah.
give it some thought. And so, yes, that's what I came up with.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay. Can you share a little bit about the journey of becoming parents, to Abby specifically, and kind of like what surprised you the most early on?
So we adopted all three of our children.
Okay.
Um, Abby's the youngest. And we, they called us, we had the two boys. Our boys were 3 and 5 when we took them in. Um,
Hmm.
And about 10 months later, they called us about this baby with Down syndrome.
Hmm.
And Terry's an all-in kind of person, right? She's like,
Right.
let's
I
do
could
it.
tell. She's like, yes,
I'm an
please.
over, I'm an over, I'm an overthinker. I like to think about
Yeah.
stuff, and before I actually do it, which is a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, ultimately, we adopted Abby, and after 4 weeks, it took me 4 weeks to think about it because that's a hard thing. I didn't know much about it.
Mhm.
Terry's a special ed
Yeah.
teacher. Uh, she's taught kids with Down syndrome. She knows a lot about Down syndrome. I didn't really know that
Hmm.
much, so she
Right.
bought me book after book after book of about Down syndrome. So 4 weeks
Yeah.
later, when most people have months to prepare, we had a baby with Down syndrome in our house, and we both just fell in love with her
Mhm.
immediately. And all that anxiety and all the fear just disappeared the moment I met her. So,
So you knew Abby was yours. Yeah.
yes, exactly. So I've never felt love. I've never known that kind of love until I met her.
That is so, I'm glad that you said that. I want to emphasize that as well. I have never known love before I met Mary Elizabeth like that.
Right. I mean,
Um,
yes, it's
yeah,
amazing. And it's
it's a different feeling. And if you don't know it, then you don't know it.
right.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And it's
And
really hard to articulate as well. I
Yeah.
don't think like the words that we have right now here in the English language, for me at least, can describe it properly.
Yeah, you really can't. It's just it's such a beautiful feeling. And
Yeah.
there's no one on earth that we'd rather spend our time with still to this day, 22 years later,
Yeah.
that she's awesome.
Yeah.
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 I
I
mean,
love
if
that.
you do you want to get into her story?
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about her story, Terry.
Yeah. Okay. So, we were already fostering the boys, and they obviously called us about Abby. And the social worker told us that Abby was a twin, and the mom returned her to Texas Women's Hospital because she didn't want her because she had Down syndrome. And
Yeah.
she kept the other sibling, which was a boy. So that sort of tugged at our heartstrings at the beginning,
Yeah.
that how could somebody do that? When we
Yeah.
were
I
ready to
didn't know
just,
that. Yeah.
yes, yeah, when we were ready just to jump in, and we went to visit, and we're like, oh my gosh, we just fell in love with her, and took her home. And she just was, Tammy always says she's always been a big fit for the boys because
She's the thread that wove us into a family because she became a project for, could
Hmm.
have gone either way with the boys. They could have gone, oh, no, we don't want this baby, or oh, a baby. And it gave everybody a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Abby's biological family, once they found out she had an adoptive family, we only know this through our social worker, right? We have never met them. So
Hmm.
they didn't want an open adoption. We offered an open adoption so they could follow her journey and make sure that she was okay. They didn't want that, but they actually told Abby has a twin and an older sibling they told those siblings that she had passed. So I guess part of their shame or I don't embarrassment of not wanting a child with a disability. But on the flip side, she's a blessing, right? And
Yeah.
we took her in. Our social worker said Abby needs to be with a family that's going to celebrate her and not be ashamed of
Yeah.
her. And so
Right.
every year on her birthday cake, we put celebrating Abby in
Love
honor of
it.
that. And also, we don't have a choice. She's celebrated every day. So,
That's right. That's right.
but
That's good.
that's
Okay. I
silly.
love it.
We can kind of keep looping back around to that because she's worth celebrating. So, but it
Yeah.
took us a minute to take in that story and get past that because we just like I said, we're head over heels, right? So, but
Right.
she's you know she's had a beautiful life, and so have we because of her.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. That's it's going on in the world right now too, of like we're missing the good. We're missing like what's good, what's right, what's true, what's a blessing, what's the light. And we're throwing it away. Yeah. And I'm so yeah, I'm so grateful that y'all saw that right away and decided to celebrate Abby from the very beginning.
And
And she has blessed your family. And now, 22 years later, uh, tell me a little bit about Special Strong and how that came about.
So we had a friend that had lost a lot of weight that lives in League City, and they were attending a special strong event. And as Tammy said earlier, I'm a jump all in kind of person. So I researched the company, and we said that would be a great fit for Katie. Katie needs this, and we
Mhm,
need this for the kids that don't have anything to do after 21 or 22 when they finish school. So
mhm. I love
I
that. So
sent,
tell me, what is Special Strong?
so Special Strong is a franchise, and it provides adaptive fitness to kids and adults with challenges, cognitive, mental, or physical.
Hmm.
We go into the gyms and we do group classes and private trainings from anywhere from age 4 up to age 80
or more.
or more.
Yeah.
We not only do people with disabilities, we do people with veterans with PTSD, we do seniors, we do cerebral palsy. I mean, you name it,
Yeah.
and we love to work with kids in the gym.
And it's
Hmm.
basically anybody who would benefit from adapted fitness. So
Yeah.
we take fitness and we adapt it to their ability.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So how are you guys serving in this way? And I already know, but I want our listeners to know, like, how is this serving our community in a different way?
Let's say, like Toby said, there's a lack of additional activities, I think,
Hmm.
in the Katy area. Selfishly, we saw this as an opportunity for our daughter because,
Yeah. Yeah.
she graduated from high school. She didn't really care for the transition program.
Hmm.
We needed something to do with and for her. So we were kind of looking at different things. This sort of just fell in our lap because of our friends that live in Lake City.
Right.
And so Abby was our why for starting it, but how we serve others, the group class model in Special Strong is what really attracted me to this,
Hmm.
because it not only gives the kids a chance to socialize, but it gives parents an opportunity to come together and create a community within themselves as well. Like we started a WhatsApp group with our group class parents because they're always asking us questions. We're older parents and we've had the experience that a lot of them haven't gone through yet, or
Yeah.
some have gone through before us. And so it's such a great network of people.
Yeah.
So we serve the community in many ways. I mean, we provide the fitness, but fitness isn't only about strength. It's about building independence. It's about building confidence. It's
Hmm.
showing somebody that yes, you can do this. I can do this, right?
Yeah.
We get a lot of I can't do that, and I'm like, yeah, you can do this. Let's keep trying, you know.
Yeah.
And so our the model that we train people on, it's a scientific based model that includes core brain strength and endurance, and the brain part is very important because a lot of the exercises we do are built to stimulate cognitive growth.
Yeah.
And so depending on the ability of our kids, everybody's individualized, and so depending on their needs, they get a program that works best for them. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but
Yeah, no, it definitely answers my question. And I have never been to Special Strong, y'all. I'm going to bring Mary Elizabeth because we have done a little bit of strength training with her in the past, and she really enjoyed it. And it wasn't for the reason that I thought it was for the reason that you said, Tammy. It was like she felt strong. She
right,
felt like I can do this. And like we have an older brother as well. And so he was doing some like strength training and it just felt like she could do it with him, like she was building muscle just like her brother. Like she felt so strong, and I just loved that experience. And so for me it was more about the mental part than it
right,
necessarily was about the physical part, although we did it for the physical part. That makes
right.
sense.
And
Yeah.
and that too, it part of Special Strong is we try to make it fun, right?
Yeah.
So we are actually helping them physically, but a lot of times, like you just said, we see more, uh, growth. We see a lot of
Yeah.
growth,
And
uh,
self-confidence of like I
self-confidence.
can
Yes,
do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And, a lot of moms say, I just want them to help me carry the groceries in, or
Right.
um, we had one mom, they were Muslim. Her son was 42 and he was not able to kneel in prayer with his
Mhm.
brother and his father independently.
Right.
And she brought him to us so that we could teach him to kneel and stand up on his own because that
To
was
be
important
to be
to
part of
her
his
to
family
be
and
a
to
part of his
belong in
family.
their
And
rituals.
so
Yeah.
you don't think of fitness in those ways either.
Right.
So we get a lot of different requests from people. I
Mm-hmm.
just kind
I
of
love
can
that.
give you one more example. We have a veteran that we work with. She has MS and early onset dementia. She's in her early 50s. She has sort of a sad story, but she ended up in the veterans home where she wasn't given the proper, nothing against the veterans home. They do what they do, and they're keeping her
Right.
safe. But she wasn't really given the type of strength training that she needed to flourish and be the person that she could be. And so we have her. Her goal was to stand and walk again. She wanted to walk again, and so we have her walking in the gym. But the most steps she's taken so far is 30 steps with her walker, but
Yeah.
she's walking again. She comes to us
That
three
is
times a week, but that was her mother's goal for her, was just to get her up out of that chair so she could be
yeah.
more independent. Her mother's
Yeah.
aging. It's hard for her to transition her from bed to chair and chair to, toilet or shower or whatever. So
Yeah.
we've gotten Jeannie at her strength built up enough now she can transfer herself. So
Love it. Yeah, that's a
all good
great
goals to
story.
have.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good
So
goals to
that's the kind
have
of stuff.
that
Yeah.
y'all are doing over at Special Strong. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
No,
Um,
it's a lot of fun.
what would you tell a parent, or what would be the process for a parent that would want to get their loved one into Special Strong and into that community? What would be the first thing that they would do? Would they check you out online or call? What's the best way to do it?
So we have a website. It's specialstrongwesthouston.com, and we offer a
Hmm.
free Stronger You trial. So if you go to our website, there's a little form that you fill out. It's just 4 questions: name, email, phone, and that automatically puts you in our queue for a free trial. So we always let people come
Awesome.
in, and we have a private training one-on-one with a trainer. And then if you want to try out some of the group
Hmm.
classes, we'll give you a week's worth of group classes to try for free. And then once people see what we do and experience it, a lot of folks just were like, yes, this is what we want to
For
do.
sure. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
And
love
and so
that.
then we
So,
just next steps would be just to we're membership based. So
mhm.
just to have a membership. And then we develop community partnerships with different gyms. We don't have our own brick and mortar. So we call it adaptive and inclusive fitness. And we
Mhm.
feel that's our business model, and it's built primarily because we feel like inclusivity is important for and I call everybody kids, even if they're 75, all of our kids to be able to come into a public space and be
Mhm.
accepted and acknowledged and know that they belong there. And so I have to
Mhm.
say that the gyms that we work with are fantastic. And the members there often come up to our kids and fist bump them and encourage them,
Yes.
flex, we get a lot of
Wow, I
muscle
didn't
flexes.
know that. I thought y'all had a brick and mortar. So,
Yeah,
y'all's classes, y'all's strength training, y'all's fitness, y'all's activities are being done in a gym where everyone else is working out too.
right.
Oh
Yes.
my God, I love it even more. I
And
didn't know that. Yeah.
we love it too. So we mentioned that we're a franchise. Our territory is far and wide. We go from Katy all the way out to Sealy, south to Richmond. So it enables us as well to be in many places
Right.
so we can serve our community better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. We work with the Anytime Fitness. No, no, give them a little plug. The owners there are awesome. To believe it or not, when we were first starting out, we had some gyms tell us no.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I believe that. That's why I was shocked. Like what you just said to me, and I don't know. I mean, I know the other mamas will get it too. I don't know if the people who aren't in our community understand what a big deal that is. But yeah, that's amazing. I had no idea.
Yeah. So the gym that I call it right now, I'm calling it our home base. It's very community focused.
Hmm.
It's right there at I-10 and Fry Road. It's an Anytime Fitness. The owners are beautiful, lovely people. They know all of our kids as well as we do at this point. We're going on year 3 in June. It'll be 3 years. So that gym is so accepting and welcoming, and the members there, like I said, will come up and give us fist bumps. We're having a class back there, and they'll come in and check on the kids and say hi. It's very
Yeah.
heartwarming to see it.
Yeah. So
But
you're building community within a bigger community and they're part of the gym community as well. That's amazing. Yeah.
yes,
That I was going to mention too is that, we're just Special Strong is just not here in Katy.
Right.
For people listening, we have locations all over the United States. So
Right. Yeah.
when they go to the website and check it out, they can check out other locations in the States.
by their zip code.
Okay, by zip code. Is every Special Strong built like you guys as far as they are doing it in another gym or
Yes,
do God,
yes.
I love this model and this concept.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the business model of Special Strong, and it's really that's why,
Yeah.
because it's important, and we all learn from each other, right?
Yeah.
That's why we all fight
Totally.
so hard for inclusion in school. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it not only benefits Abby, but it benefits the kids around her so that they
Totally.
can grow. It helps them grow in
It
different
definitely
ways. You
helps
know what I
them
mean?
grow. And then seeing Abby and the other kids in our community doing it, pushing, getting through it, helps the people who are also struggling on, staying on the treadmill that day or whatever. So, yeah,
It does. And it's really, I say it's heartwarming. Like so we have kids that come 1 time a week, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, but the members there know these kids, right? And they'll see us coming and they'll clear a space for them. Like the members kind of know our routine because they'll come at the same time, they see that we're headed
yeah,
towards a certain machine, they might be on it. They'll just get off and say, here that you can have this one, so
yeah.
uh
You guys, with this particular ministry, um, you are you're serving not just our community, but you're serving the general population at large, and giving them the opportunity, yeah, to see our kids and to see their strengths and to see their silliness and their fun and their light and all their energy and
yeah. And I can tell you,
man, ladies, I am so like, I had no idea. And I'm gonna say it I will one more time and then I'll stop because y'all are awesome. I just didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, y'all are awesome.
I have to say too, we've experienced meltdowns in the gym. Um, Again, it's nothing but compassion. The people
Right,
around, nobody walks out, nobody goes, get this kid out of here.
right,
It's pretty amazing to watch. And regardless of what gym we're in, I mean, we're
right.
we can work out of an EOS Fitness or Planet Fitness or 24-hour fitness. There's a lot of gyms that accept us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this one particular gym we hold our classes at this particular Anytime Fitness just because it's a smaller gym. It seems to work well with our kids, and um, like I said, the owners are fabulous. But it is amazing to watch and to see people become invested in each kid. Um, one of our clients' dad owns Westside Chevrolet, so
Mm-hmm.
one and a different client of ours,
Mm-hmm.
he likes cars. So one day, this man's name is Bill. He asked the client, one of our clients, he had a Chevrolet shirt, and Bill, the owner of the car dealership, says, "Hey, what's your favorite car?" And that just started an entire 30-minute conversation to the point where Bill's like, let me see if I can find you one. It was like a 2018 something, something. I don't know. I don't even know what he's talking about, right? But here's this man. He's a pretty influential man in our
Right,
community, having a
right.
full-on conversation with our 15-year-old boy with autism about
Yeah,
this one particular Chevrolet car that he'd like to find. And it was the coolest thing to watch. I do
yeah,
have to say that Bill also has a son with autism who worked out with us for a couple of years. So there's
yeah,
just some understanding. You never
right.
know, right? You don't know you're going to run into in the community who has your same experience. And
Right.
so it's exactly what you said. Even if they don't have your same experience, now they're coming to understand your experience, right?
Totally. Yeah. And then when it's up close and front and in our environments, it makes it less scary. It makes it less intimidating. It makes it more accessible. And I've found bringing Mary Elizabeth out and about in the community with me is the best thing I can do for her and for the community. The more they see her, the more we interact, the more we have experiences. That's how we build the compassion and the empathy and
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
connections, and the shared, the shared interests. And so, yeah, I love that. Okay, ladies, I do you have anything that you would want to say that we haven't talked about yet? I have a final question and I end my podcast with the same question for everybody. So, but if there's something that we haven't talked about yet that you think is important that our community or listeners need to hear, let me know.
So I would say I would like to add that a Special Strong Foundation is it's a faith-based foundation,
Mhm.
and our company motto is John 10:10 that says, paraphrasing, I have come so that they may have a more abundant life. And so
Yeah,
that's our goal. We want to build up these kids. We want them to have a more abundant life, whether it's just believing in themselves more or carrying in the groceries for mom. You know what I mean? And we
yeah,
work really closely with the parents on those goals, big or
yeah,
small. Um,
yeah.
you know,
Love it.
and that's our whole purpose really is just to strengthen their lives and make it better.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Y'all are doing it. I am so grateful to have heard you this morning and excited, yeah, to share
Yeah,
this with
I
the
mean,
community.
we have a really good parent group too. So people, that's sort of a bonus, right? It's bonus of being a member of Special Strong is the
Yeah.
parents are awesome as well, and they all
Yes.
do tend to get together.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I would
I
like
love
to,
that.
yeah,
Every friend that I have, I told you ladies, I'm from Louisiana. Every friend that I have, I mean, I have a few that aren't in our community, but yeah, every friend that I have is from a parent group that I met through my daughter. And
right,
those people are, we talked about one of them before we started. They are the salt of the earth. They are the people who are the servants who are trying to improve other people's lives, who are living
right,
their faith in action. And so, yeah, I love that
yeah,
you guys are.
yeah, and our classes are also a great opportunity for socialism, right? We just like socialize with the kids.
Right.
They're not hard or intense. They're fun. And,
Yeah.
we
And
get some
exercise
exercise in
second
the
fun.
meantime.
Right. Yeah.
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 Yes.
We
I
get some
like it.
exercise
Okay.
in the meantime.
Yeah. Okay, ladies. Last question. What are the two of you doing? And it could be serious or funny, right now in your life to live well or love strong? And we already talked about some of them, so you have to pick something new. What are you doing to live well and love strong? I mean, y'all are loving strong. We already know that.
Well, we are loving strong, and that does, it does take, a lot of our time. But just trusting that, everything is going to go great, and we spend a lot of time at the gym. Not only because of the kids that are there working out, but we think it's important to spend time with parents and let them know that we're backing them and we're there for them, because, you know, unless you have a child with a disability, you don't know. And we're there to let them know that we get it, and that we're there for them if they need us.
And
I love
so
that. That
I'd
makes
say,
such a big difference.
we both live, I can speak for myself, but I know Terry well. So I think we both live our lives from this point of gratefulness,
Yeah.
grateful. Uh,
Yeah.
and I feel blessed. And I was just saying to her the other day, sometimes you just have to stop for a minute and just look around you and see everything that we have and we've
Yeah.
done. And it's just a blessing. And I'm grateful for all of that. And, you know, it's it's a cool feeling when you reach that point in your life and you can see it. You know what I mean? And never, I'm stopping striving so hard. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is we've got if
And
this is what we have is
starting to feel the gratefulness and the wonder and awe at what you guys
the
built.
wonder and all. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to say too. And the one thing I didn't say about Abby, we were talking about it before the podcast, was seeing the world through her eyes all those years. Every day, every day, there was something new and in awe. And it was just
The small
the
things.
smallest little things were the
Yes.
hugest successes, or the biggest
Mhm.
things in the world and things that we take for granted. And seeing that through her eyes all these years has, I think, changed us. It's made us grow. I'm sure you learned
I
things from
love
your
that.
daughter.
And that is a wonderful way to articulate it. And that might be it of what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
of the wonder and all that they bring to everyday normal moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't help but be sucked into it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
I,
That's right. You don't. Yeah. So,
I would
all
like
right,
to add
ladies.
one.
Well, thank you. Yeah, no,
Oh,
definitely. Yes.
can I add one thing?
I want y'all to talk forever. I'm like, I am in awe of you two ladies. So I'm
So
super
we have a
inspired and happy to be part of the group.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have a really good friend. The Craig and Amanda Carpenter just opened a We Rock the Spectrum in Katy. And
Yep.
so we are partnering with her starting from March or April to provide a class for 4 to 7 year olds at their facility. So
Love it.
I
Okay.
didn't mention them earlier in all the
Yeah.
places where we work,
So
but I just wanted
local
to give
people, we rock the spectrum in Katy. They're going to have a class for the younger ones.
yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for your time. And it is so nice to meet y'all and see your face. I have heard lots of things about you, and I'm so grateful that y'all shared uh, your story and your wisdom and the way that you're serving others. And I hope everyone listening goes and checks out Special Strong, no matter where you are in the country, and supports the local Special Strong here in Katy, Texas. So.